Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of RuneScape Leagues. I am Mishka Kuma, and today do I have a treat for you. I am not going to end this video until we unlock tier 7. We just unlocked tier 6 perfection, and now we have a lot of different things unlocked. The first thing I go to do, even before touching invention, is I go and boost my cash stack up. So if you come to Prif, everybody has Prif unlocked. You can buy these magic stones from the constructive vendor. They sell for 975k, and with the perfection, you can out them with a 66% chance of saving them, and they out for about 500k. So on average, you should be making roughly 300k an alk. So it's really good money. It comes out to something stupid like 500 mil an hour. I did it for about 30 minutes, got up to a little over 300 mil. With this pretty much infinite gold, we have quite a few tasks that we can knock out. A couple of big ones I just wanted to mention. There's a parrot in the Grand Exchange. You can feed it 100 million gold. That's 400 points. And there's also 100 million gold you can feed into the whirlpool. That's another 400 points. The next thing we did with our large amount of gold is get 99 prayer. So in Prif, there is cleansing crystals that you can do at level 75, and they cost 300k each. They're meant to be an AFK training method of prayer. You click once on the statue to cleanse the crystal, gives you a big chunk of XP at the beginning, and then it gives you like residual small amounts of XP for the next 2-3 minutes. What you can do though is if you have infinite money, you can buy a ton of them and you can spam click them. So every 3 or 5 ticks, you're getting 30k XP drops, as you can see. It took us a little under an hour to get to 99. I originally was not planning to go to 99 because, tier 7, we unlock 16x. Right now, we're only at 12x XP rates. But it was so quick, and I was like, this isn't so bad. Let me just finish it off. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of tasks tied to high level prayer. I did want to get at least 95 so I could have curses. If you didn't know, all of the spell and prayer books are actually unlocked for everybody. If you go to Lumbridge and you talk to the League starter guy, he will switch your books for free. So even if you don't do the full quest chain to unlock curses, they are already unlocked. And level 92, you get Soul Split, which is the overhead prayer that lets you heal for a portion of your damage. And 95 prayer is your turmoil, your high level damage boosting prayer. One of the final things that I could think of to do with our infinite cash is buying our farming levels. So in Prif, there's a vendor that will sell fruit trees. And there's a vendor in Falador as well that also sells trees, but you can buy those and plant those. Unfortunately, with the growth time, they actually don't give that much XP for how long you're spending. It's not that efficient. So instead, I went to Herblore Habitat and bought these Samadin seeds. They're kind of like a little mini game, whatever. You just buy them, you plant them, you get 30k XP per plant. And I just went to 99 farming. I mean, it was really simple. One thing to note is if you haven't yet, you should go talk to the Garden of Courage Druids. If you teleport to your Alcra lodestone, you run north, there's a herb patch. Talk to them and unlock their rep because you get a little bit of rep with them every time you plant a herb seed. And these Samadin seeds are considered herb seeds and will give you the rep there. So by the time you get 99 farming, you will also most likely have enough rep to be able to buy the title from them for another 80 points. So at this point, I'm kind of just knocking out a lot of random tasks. I kind of have a list of stuff I want to work on, and as I'm working on that stuff, if it's semi AFK, I'm kind of scanning through the task list over and over, trying to decide what would be like the easiest, most efficient, whatever things for me to do. And one thing I noticed is there were a ton of tasks tied to thieving. Now, I was really trying to avoid any XP grinds until I hit the 16x. but with how many points there were tied to thieving, I decided to just give it a try. So I did a few of the quests. I unlocked safe cracking. I got up to, I believe, 91 thieving, and I decided to go run pyramid plunder because there were like 8 tasks tied with pyramid plunder, ranging from 10, 30, and I think a couple of them even gave 80 points. I also did some of the quests in that area, gave me a few points. I did do more clues. We had a few clue scrolls stocked up from leveling up our Slayer a little bit. So I decided to kind of knock out a few tasks there. And as tradition, we did get another die. This time we got an ice die. I think that makes die 4 dies, 3 dies, something crazy. 2 third ages, a Barrows die, and an ice die. I mean, I don't know how rare they are. I know a lot of people are getting them, but to have 4 of them in such a short amount of time is very motivating and exciting. And at this point, I kind of felt up to doing some more quests to help finish off the points that I needed. As you can see, I'm completing them. And our final task to unlock tier 7 was actually catching a spirit impling. So since I'm playing Necro, I feel like I don't have a lot of choices in terms of what to take. I feel like it's the only one that works really well. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still grinding away. I'm about 2 days behind on videos. I am playing an absurd amount. And I am having a ton of fun. Right now, my head's spinning with the amount of stuff I want to do, have done. I think it's really cool. Um, Not that it's really cool. I'm kind of annoyed. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. I'm kind of annoyed that ancient gizmos were bugged. I feel as though I don't really want to do things that would benefit from having ancient gizmos, at least for the time being, while I have other things I can work on. And that's kind of been, you'll see my next couple of videos. I hit tier 7. I rarely touch combat. You can see my combat styles. I don't even have a 99 combat style. Those probably would have been very simple to get 99s for easy points. I've killed King Black Dragon a few times for Reaper tasks. I've killed one Barrows Brothers run for my, my upgrade tasks. I think it's really cool that I've been able to get all the way to tier 7 without really doing any form of combat of bossing. I did get Slayer up pretty high, 90s. Apparently there's a Slayer method I think it's for melee only, but you can do Shattered Worlds and get Slayer like very quickly. But yeah, I think it's really cool that was able to get the tier 7 relic without really touching combat. So I hope you all enjoyed. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching, subscribing, and I'll see you all in a couple more days.